Hey guys, Matthew here. The piano, or pianoforte, meaning soft loud, is probably the best musical instrument out there. Here's why. Number 1. With pianos, reading sheet music is easy. When a note makes a higher sound, it's higher up on the staff, and when it makes a lower sound, it's lower on the staff. This is true for every musical instrument. Here's a fingering chart for clarinet. Here's how you play A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Complicated and with no real pattern. You just have to memorize the fingering for each note. Here's how you play A, B, C, D, E, F, and G on a piano. See how as the notes get higher, they're played one right key to the right? Every 12 keys is a repeated pattern of C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and B. The sharps are the black keys. With the clarinet, after those notes, come these fingering positions. High A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. See how they're completely different from the first notes? Number 2, you don't use your mouth to play it. With wind and brass instruments, you play by blowing into the instrument and pressing keys. With the piano and other percussion and string instruments, you just have to press the keys, or the strings. No blowing required. So while playing, you can sing, assuming that you can actually sing, which I can't. I suck at singing. For our continent sucks. Or eat. Or tell people to subscribe to Gallium Productions. Subscribe to Gallium Productions. Number 3, you can control how loud or soft the music is. To make the notes quieter, you hit the keys more softly. To make the notes louder, you hit the keys harder. This feature is literally in the name, pianoforte, soft loud. Number 4, there's a full range of notes. With a lot of musical instruments, you can only play high notes or you can only play low notes. With a piano, you can play pretty much any pitch. Can a tuba play this note? Nope, but a flute play this note. No, my piano literally has a note that's so high that I physically cannot hear it. I couldn't hear a note there, just the plink sound of the key. Number 5, sharps and flats. I glossed over sharps and flats during the sheet music thing because they're kinda confusing and deserve their own section. A sharp is a slightly higher version of a note, and a flat is a slightly lower version of a note. They're represented by one of these symbols. Here's a B-flat clarinet fingering chart. Oh, so this is the fingering for F-sharp, and this is the fingering for G-flat. But no, they're the same note. That's just the alternate fingering. But they have different fingering, and they're represented differently on the staff, but they're the same note. But, I'm confused. Here's a piano. This is the F key, and this is the G key. The black key right after the F key is F-sharp, and the black key right before the G key is G-flat. Oh, now I understand. They're the same one. This is pretty much what happened in 7th grade music class with regards to sharps and flats. Many students misunderstood the fingering charts, even after students who already knew sheet music told them, and the teacher told them. They only understood after the teacher showed them with a piano. Number 6, beginners don't sound like absolute crap. When you're first learning to play a clarinet, or a flute, or a trumpet, the sounds that come out are usually just awful squeaking noises. And with a recorder, the sounds are always awful squeaking noises, no matter how advanced you are. With a piano, that doesn't happen. Number 7, no reeds. When you play a clarinet or a saxophone, you need to put a piece of wood in your mouth and wait for it to get wet, and there's hatchets at the part of the instrument where you blow into in order to play it. And that's kinda really gross. G, G sharp, B, not G, B. The letter A exists. You.